Hey guys, um, we are going to do the blackberry cobbler crumble streusel dessert. Right now we are going to do the actual crumble part, and we're going to get the topping parts ready so that way whenever we get ready to put it in the oven, everything will be ready to go. So come with me and I will show you how to make the crumble part of our dessert. Okay, so in order to make the toppings for the crumble part, you're going to need 2/3 cup of the old-fashioned oatmeal, not the quick oats, the old-fashioned. And then next you're going to need a cup or half a cup of brown sugar, and we're just going to throw everything in the same bowl. And then 1/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. Then we're going to use 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. I am using olive oil because it's light tasting. Next, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I also put a little dash of cardamom in there. 1/4 of a teaspoon of table salt. Oh, no, it didn't. It's so humid in here, it didn't even want to come out. Just stuck in there. And then you're going to need 3 tablespoons of room temperature softened butter. So this is like super soft, see? And yes, my hands are clean. I wash my hands religiously. So next, all we're gonna do is use a spoon or fork or whatever you have and mix those all together, and that is it. It is easy as that. So we're gonna mix it up, get it going, and then there's the top for the crumble. Okay, in the end, what I did was just use my hands to mix it all up. I think it works better that way, but you could use a fork or whatever. Just make sure it's really well incorporated and get that butter all in there. So, all right, this is ready to go. On to the next part, which is the streusel part. Okay, so next we have what we need for our streusel. So we have, this is 2/3 cup of flour, 2/3 cup of white sugar, 5 tablespoons of melted butter, a dash of cinnamon, which is roughly about 1/8 of a teaspoon. I think I put like 1/4, and then 2 pinches of salt, which is right here. But I'm also going to add a smidgen. These are my favorite. My husband got me these. But a smidgen of cardamom, and I'm going to put that right there. These are so cute. It's a smidgen, a pinch, and a dash, and I absolutely love these. They're so cute. All right, so then we're going to throw everything in this bowl and mix it together just like we did with the crumble. So let's get the sugar and salt. Yeah, the salt. It's so humid in here, it's sticking. And then the cinnamon and cardamom. And oh, and the cardamom is not part of it, but I just wanted it in there because it gives it a little bit more of a kick. And it smells divine. Okay, so we have all of that, and we are going to mix it up together. I'm gonna grab this really quick and just mix it up, and it's going to make more crumbles. We don't want it to be like a batter, so we're just gonna make it to where it barely combines. So, and I'll probably get my hands in here if this doesn't do the job that I want, but I think it will. I think it'll be just fine. Yep, and here we go. This is exactly what I was looking for, just this right here. Just get it all incorporated just to where it's incorporated. Like I said, we don't want a batter. Okay, so these are the 2 toppings for the cobbler. Well, it's my version of everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and preheat my oven to 360. So while the oven is preheating, I'm going to go ahead and grease up my baking dish. It calls for a 9 by 9, but I don't have a 9 by 9, so I'm just using a 2-quart glass baking dish. So I'm gonna go ahead and butter that up really quick. Okay, so for the rest of this recipe, you are going to need a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a dash of salt, which I have right here, 1/3 of a cup of melted butter, which I have right here, and you're also going to need, excuse me, a cup of milk, all the way over here, and you are also going to need 2.5 cups of blackberries, and you need to get 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and after you have rinsed and dried your berries, go ahead and put them in a Ziploc bag and shake them up, and I'm going to show you what I've already done. So this is them. I've already gotten them in with their cornstarch, so I'm going to set those aside. So we're going to go ahead and take all of our dry ingredients and incorporate them together, which was the flour, the sugar, the baking powder, and the salt, and we're going to go ahead and mix that up really quick. Get that all incorporated, and then next we're going to go ahead and stir in the butter and the milk, and then we'll add the blackberries on top. When we're done, we're gonna transfer this into the dish. So, okay, I literally have 20 seconds on this. So we're gonna mix that together really quick. Do it until it's just well combined, and now we're gonna transfer it over to our greased baking dish. I'm gonna have to make a part 2, guys. Okay, so this is the second part. These are the blackberries. I've already got them in with the cake batter. So the next step is we're going to actually add the crumble on top, and then we're going to cook it for about 40 minutes. And then we're going to add, or 30 minutes, I think, 30 minutes. And then we'll add the streusel on top and then cook it for another, like, probably 10 to 15 minutes, upwards of to 25 minutes. So let's go and grab the crumble top really quick. I ran out of room on that video, so I'm gonna have to piece these together. Okay, so now I'm adding the crumble that we made on the top. And this is all experimental, so I've never made this before. I don't know how it's gonna work, so your guess is as good as mine. So let's just pray that God gave me a wonderful idea and that it works, because I really hope this turns out, because I have put a lot of work into this, and it would break my heart if it doesn't turn out very well. I'm sure we will eat it anyways, but like I said, I would just cry if it did not turn out very well. So, yep, okay, so now, get these scraggly bits. I'm going to put it in the oven, like I said, at 360 for 30 minutes, and then we will check in after that to see if it's time to add on the streusel top. Okay, so now it's time. It's been half an hour, and I'm going to go ahead and add the strudel or streusel or whatever you call it crumbs on the top, and let's just hope and pray that this comes out, because like I said, this is a new idea that we came up with, and we are going to just sprinkle that on the top. Boy, it sure does make a lot. Makes more than what you really need. Oh, I can save this for a different recipe, I guess. I'm gonna make some bread and put this on the top of it. Maybe some, I know I need to make that zucchini bread I keep talking about, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Been busy. But all right, let's get this and get back in the oven, and I gotta make the rest of dinner. So the ribs are just about done, and I think that's good. So look how much we have left. That's like, that's a ton. Oh well. I also have some blackberries left, so maybe I can just make some actual blackberry streusel. I think that's what I'll do. I'll just make some blackberry streusel with it. So I'll make that later. Okay, it's going to go back in the oven for, I'm going to start it off with 15 minutes, and I can go all the way up to 25 if need be. So, all right, let's put it back in the oven for now. All right, let's get this started for 15. All right, and I will check back in with everybody. It's out. There it is. I think it is. Oh, it just looks so good. It looks absolutely amazing. And the last part of it is the taste test. But oh my goodness, y'all. It looks beautiful. I cannot believe that I did it. It looks beautiful. What do you think? Doesn't it look great? Oh my gosh. It looks so good.
It smells really good too.
I can't wait to try it. Oh my goodness.